Hello, viewers. Welcome back to another episode of An Old Geezer with a Smartphone. In this episode, I'm going to talk about two radios. They're both UV8, or one's a VX8 and the other one is a UV8DR, which is a clone. This radio here is produced by Yaesu, and it is the VX8 or VX8DR radio. This is a discontinued model. It's one of their older models. They've got about 4 generations out beyond this one now. And this is the clone. So you can see the clone does very well in looking similar. This radio is submersible to 3 feet for 3 minutes, which makes it a great radio to take with you backpacking if you're going to be crossing creeks or rivers, because if you fall down, it's unlikely it'll be deeper than 3 feet in the water unless you wear it in your boot. And it's unlikely you're going to leave yourself in that water longer than 3 minutes. So this is a solid radio. I've had it for, since before it was disconnected. It was the third ham radio I ever bought. It by itself cost around $500. And then the microphone was an extra $100. And this GPS module was an additional $100. However, with this kit, I've got GPS, APRS messaging, meaning if I want to do it the long way, have the capacity to send email and text message through the APRS system. I can also beacon my position and send a small message that way for everybody to see online. If I'm out backpacking or hiking, my wife can just look at my GPS tail online and see that I have been moving, so she knows that I'm okay. I don't think she's looking, she's just waiting for the insurance check if things go south. This radio, on the other hand, despite having the speaker port, which has I've never been able to find anything that actually plugs into that and gives you any, like extended speaker or GPS or anything. This radio is not equipped with GPS. It does not do APRS, and it is not waterproof. This radio is basically a Bofeng. That's all it is. It's a Bofeng that looks like a Yaesu, made by the MML radio manufacturing. So they did do a good job at copying the image. However, they didn't do a very good job of copying the performance. So why pay more? When you pay more, you get more. Now I'd like to look at the signal spectrum, or the signal purity, of the inexpensive radio versus the older Yaesu. I have them both on the same frequency of 146.525 megahertz. So what we'll do is this tiny spectrum analyzer that I did a video on it. I believe it was the last video I posted, the purchase of this analyzer. I've spent a little bit of time getting to know the analyzer and how to play with it. So to attenuate my signal more, this is on low power, both radios are, but I'm going to turn the antenna before transmitting to be at a 90-degree angle from this antenna, throwing the polarization off, because I don't want to put too much RF into this and damage it. And I don't have a inline attenuator that I can use, so I have to redneck it. So the analyzer is set up to monitor from 145 megahertz all the way up to 490 megahertz, And I'll just do a quick PTT test here, and we'll have a look at the spurious emissions. We should see a tall one on the target band, and then we're going to see a couple of other spurious emissions. And to be honest, I did this test earlier. I was very, very surprised between the two. So we'll do that now, turning the antenna at a 90 degree and keying up. So you can see that it's giving off harmonics, 2 harmonics, and the top one is right about 38 decibel, and one at about 52 decibel. And then, of course, the target frequency going to 0. Now, we're going to key up on the Yaesu and repeat the test. Now, to be fair, that antenna is a dummy load. These factory antennas, they're just dummy loads, really. And the antenna that is being used on this radio is actually an extremely high gain antenna mounted with a ground plane and a gigantic whip on it. So it's a far better antenna. However, this radio will transmit at a lower wattage output. So we'll key up the mic again. Let's turn this one off before we kill it. We'll key up the mic again, and here we are at about 45 decimals on the first harmonic, and we are at minus 72, 73 on the second harmonic. I was a little surprised at that. I thought the filtering of the Yaesu was a little better to cut down on those harmonics. Considering when you strip the back plate of this, you'll notice it does not have FCC wrote on it anywhere. This radio I only ever use for monitoring if I turn it on at all, aside from this test here and comparing the two. This radio never sees any joy. The reason I bought it is because this battery is larger than the battery that comes for this radio. This entire radio was $35. Just the replacement battery is around $150. So it made good sense. And it did come with a charging cradle. There's a bonus. Aside from that, that's all I wanted to cover today. Just a quick look at the harmonics between a very old Yaesu radio and a brilliant clone. Again, it is what you pay for. I hope you enjoyed watching. Have a great day. Do leave a comment in the comment section if you choose. Thank you.